All right, my peeps. I guess it's gonna be a little time to wake up the neighbors. So, as I mentioned to you, I had to get some goodies. I had a solution to redo the exhaust, right? So, I got some C clamps. Woo, I'm really hoping that's what these are. I just went in blind, but I'm really hoping that that's what these are, which I think that's what they are. So that way, we can clamp up the exhaust. Originally, and I remember when I first walked up on the car, when I first got there to buy it, I was like, man, what's kind of weird on this exhaust? And so it appeared to me that we were having some back pressure, or would have had some back pressure issues, because the air coming out of either side of the exhaust was literally being fed into each other. And I was like, well, you know, that shouldn't be. You're putting pressure on your valves, and it's just, that's like turning your tailpipe, you know, backwards. So you're just plugging them up together. It was really like that. So we changed that, and I'll show you how in just a minute. This is a 13. Yes, a TI is. I might have to do a pause because these are pretty tight and they don't like to just go on. You know, sometimes you have a little attitude or whatever with parts. There is a 1/4 inch drive. Here we go. So that's a 1/4 inch drive. So here we go. Let me see if I can get this on here. Alright, I'm going to put you on pause for a second. He is giving me a little bit of an attitude, but I'm going to show you what I'm up against, though. And what the plan was, or is, come on a little ride. Alright, so this is what we did. This pipe was literally attached to that one. So I put an 8-inch pipe to space this up. Originally, too, that flange was touching the axle hub right there. So we had to back it up a little bit. So now it's 8 inches. Put a new flange on either side. Inserted that in. Back this whole pipe up. And so that way now, no more of that traffic collision of exhaust. So now the exhaust will come in from the right side all the way through, and from this side all the way through. And then I'm not sure what that connection right there will bring about as far as a different tune or sound or whatever. It'll probably sound more like an H-pipe. It'll still be loud and uncorked because it is. Well, actually it's not, because you got 2 mufflers on each side now. So I'm not really clear what it'll probably sound like, but I'm thinking we're going to get a combination of uncorked, corked, and it's going to be pretty loud, but it's free flowing now. So it should sound really, really nice. So I'm excited to fire it up. So I got to put this here clamp on the outside, and then later, once this is done, I'll get some more pipe. I got to order some 3-inch pipe, and then I'll run it down and then out at the bottom. And that's the way it'll be for day-to-day driving. But for right now, to clear that up, and so that way we don't have to worry about any drivability issues. Another issue too, I don't know if some of you noticed that when I did have it on, when I first bought it, it wouldn't stay on. And I'm thinking that was a huge contributing factor with it you know, running against one another like that. I'm sure the sensors like, wait a minute, we already processed this fuel, and like here it is again. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna do a pause real quick, get this clamp on, and then do a fire up for you guys. All right, so we're back in the game. We're all clamped up. I think we are fired up. We should have enough juice. So we're about to see all together now what we sound like. And here we go. And that's how we roll. So I'm excited. So in any case, I guess we'll get a little bit quieter, I guess, once you do a little bit more of a downpipe. And it sounds pretty good. Gotta get some fans going though. Running a little up rich. We don't have a filter in for the air going in for the mass air meter. So that makes some significant difference as far as our readings and the ECU being able to calculate what it needs to do in order to make the motor cool. But I think overall, we are in the game. So the goal is at this point, kind of let you know what my dash looks like. I don't think I ever showed you guys that before, but that is what it looks like. Whoa, that is what it looks like with everything lit up. And hold on a second.